want you to look at Max's ears and tell me, what do you think his ears being up are communicating?
Because he's excited.
He's excited. Red Rover has taught me how to teach the students and have them internalize the process of perspective taking so that they can understand better how to get along and work together and listen to each other. That's a huge component of it.
Part of the vision for RedRover Readers is really to make a compassionate society for both people and animals. You know, this program was initiated because we wanted to really find a really effective way of preventing abuse and neglect in animals, but it's also clearly beneficial to people too. And having been a school teacher myself, my own reason why I went into teaching was to make the world a more compassionate place.
I love when I get to do a Red Rover lesson because it's engaging. It's naturally the students are interested in animals.
How about this picture? How is the boy feeling in this picture?
Sad.
How can you tell he feels sad?
Because his face,
What about his face?
it has a frown.
The program has helped my students feel much more valued and listened to. They feel honored. They feel safe to share things because there's no wrong answer. What do you think Max is trying to communicate to the boy? When we were reading Max Talks to Me, and there was a situation where the boy was being bullied and Max was comforting him, I had a student reflect that really that impacted him and made him think about the way he treated his little brother. And he admitted that sometimes he feels like he bullies his little brother, and he wanted to be a better brother because of the story.
I'm gonna try to be a better role model to my brother. I want to show him that I can be a better brother and play with him more.
When RedRover Readers talks about bringing books into classrooms and they're about the relationships between animals and people, it's really more than that. It's about how do you pay attention to others around you, how do you understand their behavior, how do you understand what they're feeling, and relate that to how you might feel in that situation.
We're creating people who can question and think for themselves so that they can be part of making the world a better place.
Feel different, and how I feel is happy about animals because they get treated right, and sometimes I didn't really care about them. Now I care about them.
We train the teachers how to ask questions about the characters in the books, both the human characters and the animal characters, to make that bridge. They're way more excited about talking about animals. I mean, that we know teachers tell us that over and over again, that kids are just naturally drawn to talking about animals. Even if they're afraid of dogs, they're still fascinated by them. They're curious, they're just interested. There's a mystery around animals because they can't talk to us, but we do know that they can communicate with us. And helping kids understand how that communication happens and how they can listen more to the animals in their homes or the animals in their neighborhood, they're very engaged and very interested.
They show interest by leaning forward and their eyes are up, and they're, some of the more shy students who maybe wouldn't participate because it's such a safe, validating program and way of teaching, they're willing to jump in.
Because the books are like interesting and they teach us things about animals.
It's magic. It's truly magic in the classroom.
Be prepared for that simple strategy to really change your classroom. Be prepared for the empathy development to change the way you think about how you interact with students. That it's a big gift to be part of this program.